Can a painting capture more than just a moment? Can it trap a spirit or cast a curse? We're examining the world of paranormal paintings, exploring canvases said to be cursed, alive with ghostly energy, or concealing sinister secrets. We're also bringing you an introduction to the mysterious and enigmatic Hocking Hills Bigfoot Festival, where you can find us this week. All tonight on Newsworthy, two words and two question marks.
He's alive! Have you checked the children? Get out!
You have scoured the podcast world and finally found us, Newsworthy with Steve and Jerry, where we delve into all things mysterious, macabre, or out of this world, and decide if they are truly newsworthy. Two words and two question marks.
Hi, this is Ed Locke with USA Mortgage. When it comes to buying a home, the process can be overwhelming and confusing. With so many options, it can be hard to know where to start. That's why it's important to work with a certified mortgage loan originator. I have the knowledge and expertise to guide you through the process and find the best mortgage option for you. I will work with you every step of the way to ensure that you are getting the best deal possible. So if you're looking to purchase or refinance, please reach out to me at 502-680-0953. So don't take on the stress of buying a home alone. Work with me and I will make your dream a reality. Trust the professionals and make your home buying experience a positive one. MLS ID 448908, DAS Acquisition Company, LLC, doing business as USA Mortgage, MLS ID 227262. This is not a commitment to lend. Additional terms and conditions apply. USA Mortgage is equal housing opportunity.
Brent is still not here,
I know.
and that's unfortunate for him. Welcome to
miss him.
Newsworthy. Two words, two question marks. I'm Steve,
And I'm Jerry.
and Brett is still getting his pedicure did.
Oh my goodness, that's a
I'm
heck of a
telling you
pedicure
what,
right there.
he has apparently not taken very good care of his feet.
Is that right?
I mean, must have been. He's been doing these marathons and what is all the running he does. And he doesn't take good care of his feet. Last week he was getting scaled. This week he's getting a pedicure. Dang.
I'm telling you,
We
living
miss
the
him.
life.
Brent, we miss him, but there's a reason he's not on the banner. I'm just teasing. That's a
Oh,
joke.
That better be a joke.
Listen, Brent, for all that he brings to the program, he is a very young father of four beautiful young ladies.
Under the age of 5 or
Under
5
the
or
age-
under.
Yeah.
5 or under. Talk about a busy, hectic life. I had one. That was
Yeah.
all I could take care of. He has 4. A career. His wife does as well. Neither one are stay-at-home parents. Very busy people, and they have a ton
We're
going
fortunate
on.
to have him as much as we do.
That we are.
So we're very excited. Jerry,
Yes,
this is the week.
yes, it is the week.
The largest Bigfoot festival
In the
east
United
of the
States.
Mississippi,
Oh, I thought
east
it's-
of the United States.
There you go.
Yeah, what
I
you
thought
said.
it was of the entire United States.
It
I
may
think
be.
it may be.
It's 4 days long. They're expecting upwards of 50 to 100,000 people. I'm excited.
Last year it was huge, but last year it was crammed into a small area in downtown Logan, Ohio. They realized that that was one of the problems. They just didn't have enough room for the people. They didn't have enough room
Parking and
anything,
food trucks and
all of it.
all the
Yes, they
things.
just didn't have enough room. So this year, it's not in downtown Logan, Ohio. It's a few miles south of that. They moved to the Vinton County Fairgrounds in MacArthur, Ohio. I think it's 15, 16 miles south of Logan, but now they have the entire fairgrounds.
Yep.
Plenty of room to
I'm
spread out.
excited. I tell you what I'm excited for one of the biggest things I'm excited for.
Right.
Obviously, we want to talk to the fans. We want to talk to folks. That's what we do when we go there.
Absolutely.
However, actually, I'm going to hold all of this because we have a topic before we get into this, right?
We do.
We want to talk about the paranormal paintings. But you know what I realized the other day, Jerry?
What is that?
My mom, I take her to Walmart and take her out
Sure.
to eat about once a week.
Okay.
She doesn't drive anymore, and this is her way of getting out.
Right.
Gives us some time to spend together, whatever.
Very nice of
'cause
you to do.
I'm busy, she's busy, you know. We went. She always loved to go to the Chinese place, and we got an amazing Chinese place
do.
here in
They are
Lawrenceburg.
King's
But-
Walk, by the way.
But they gave us these little black freezer packs,
Okay.
and I just they suck.
They do.
Yeah, they're terrible. I don't know
Why
what's
is that?
in it. I don't know why they would give these things. But they're black. They have Chinese writing on them, and they're terrible as frozen treats. I don't know why they give them.
I've never had one. I can't speak to that.
I'm sure you've probably had them.
No.
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah.
Why?
That joke went nowhere, did
No, we didn't at all.
Have you ever gotten to the little packs of the soy sauce that they sent you?
That's your little black pack. You called it a freezer pack. And I'm going, what the hell? Yep. That one went
They
over
do
my head.
not. The soy sauce does not make good freezer snacks.
My.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm a huge fan of the little frozen freezer snacks, especially the ones you get at Dollar Tree that are sour. Oh my gosh, those are amazing.
Those are
I love
horrible.
them. What?
Those are horrible.
What do you mean they're horrible? What
I
kind
don't
of?
even know
Are
of
you
a
even a
frozen snack I
person?
do like.
Are you even
Much
a
less
person?
something from Dollar Tree.
Are you
What
a-
brand is it?
I don't know. It's sour.
Even you're ashamed to promote them.
No, I don't know. Legitimately, they're sour.
Never had it.
They're delicious. I can eat like the entire box once they're frozen.
Then again,
That
I
good.
don't eat soy sauce either. So maybe it's just me. I don't know.
You don't eat soy sauce?
For frozen freezer snack.
Oh,
I
who?
do not.
No. To quote my best friend, my son's best friend, Mikhail, no.
Uh-huh.
No.
I miss Mikhail.
Oh, I love Mikhail. Mikhail, if you're listening, and he does listen, we love you,
Good.
bro.
That we do. How do I even follow that joke? I'm not for sure.
Well, it's not hard. That wasn't
No,
a very
that's
good
true.
joke.
That's true. And but I mean, yeah. Bit of bad news for mine. I don't know if
Oh,
you heard.
no.
Yeah. A worker at our local morgue passed away today,
Oh.
but he'll be back at work tomorrow. Apparently you like that one.
Oh, listen.
On such a sad note, I can't believe you laugh like that.
Well, that's funny shit. Let me say, as someone who used to do had
Morgue
to go
work?
to morgues. No, I never worked at a morgue, but
Okay.
when I had that really crappy job with the uniform place,
Yep.
there was a morgue that
One of
we
the
had to go
stops.
to, yeah, for towels and stuff.
Right.
And it was nothing for them. I mean, being around dead bodies for the mortuary staff is nothing. That's
That's what
just
you do every day. You
yeah.
get accustomed to it.
But for me, I went down and you had to go into the basement and there was like this little rickety elevator and I had to take this big cart full of towels down there. And I'm like, oh, please don't let there be dead bodies. Please don't let there be dead bodies. And I get down there. Of course, there's 3 naked ass dead bodies laying around. One was this really big fat dude and there was a couple of chicks. And I'm like, and he's like, dude, they're not here. These are just bodies. It's nothing. And it just, as someone who's Christian, that bothers me that it bothered me so bad because I know this. Good, bad, up, down, whatever
What's important is gone.
what's important is gone, and they are just a shell. But gosh, it was
I know.
so creepy.
I can. When I was a student in college, I worked a job to help put myself through college. I was a security guard for a security agency in
Yeah.
Lexington. One of the jobs I had for a couple of years was at Central Baptist Hospital. And doing my rounds, you had to tour the entire hospital. That didn't mean you had to go in every room, but we did have to go in what they called the morgue. It's a place where they would temporarily store bodies when they passed away before they went to wherever funeral home. And it give me the willies going in that place.
What kind of crime happens in a morgue?
Nothing.
Oh.
No crime happened in the doctor's offices, but we still had to go through and make sure that no one had broken in, making sure everything was okay.
Okay, I got you.
Not every office, but some we were told, we had a list of places that we had to go when we were making rounds. And the morgue was one of them. And the 7 to 3 shift didn't have to because there was staff working there.
Right,
So
right.
they would let someone know. But the 3 to 11 shift, you had to stop by once late. And the 11 to 7 shift, you had to stop by twice. And either one of those, the late 3 to 11 or either one of the 11 to 7, the place was bare. The lights were off. It was dark. There was no one there. So you went in, turned the light on, walked to the other end of this long room, turned the light off, and exited. And that was the quickest walk of my entire night. Every night. I'm not saying I was running. I'm saying it was a fast walk through that morgue. So I certainly know where you're coming from.
It's just creepy, man.
It is.
And I think that humans have given us ourselves that
Probably.
stigma with the whole invention of ceremonial burial and
Totally
stuff.
believe all that.
Before then, it was just you fell down. Oh, Bob's not with us anymore. Keep trucking.
I would agree.
Some people, though, track ceremonial burial all the way back to that's why we became a civilization. I believe
When
it
we
was
remember
writing,
our
but
dead and all that.
yeah, but a lot of people say the ceremonial burial was the beginning of that. Who knows? Weird.
Mankind is not by any means the only species that mourns the dead.
Right?
A lot
Bigfoot
of
do.
animals, elephants do, dolphins do.
Dude, elephants will for 7 years.
Oh,
Up-
longer than that, I think.
like they will literally walk up and just see a spot where a fallen elephant has been, and they will circle around it. I've seen the videos, and they will just put their heads down. Elephants are so freaking amazing.
I read this one story. It was this guy that he was in Africa working for some research organization, and they were doing research on elephants, and they had these collars they would put on them. Mainly, well, it would attract a lot of things, but
That's a big ass collar.
it is. One of the things was where do they go? What are their migratory patterns? How
Helps
long do they
protect them.
stay there? Just determining a lot about the life of an elephant. And they had this one elephant that came into their camp one day. They had a rack, to digress. They had a T-shaped rack, and several empty collars are hanging from it. These elephants come into camp one day, and this one elephant went over and was smelling them, stopped and became fixated on one and stayed there for over 2 hours, just rubbing it with his trunk. They
Oh,
later did some research and found out that was his mother. That collar belonged to his mother, who'd been dead. If I remember, I'm thinking it was 11 years. She'd been dead for several years. He remembered her smell and stood there for 2 hours, gently stroking her collar. So mankind is far and away not the only species to mourn their dead. Similar stories you hear from dolphins. And
I have two thoughts.
I'm not sure I want to hear either one, but go for it.
Thought one,
Top one,
how unbelievably sad is that?
it is.
And sweet
And heartwarming, too.
caring and heartwarming is that?
Sure. Thought
And-
two,
Thought two is how bad do you have to smell that your collar still stinks after 11 years?
but it also makes you realize, we know that we don't have
Right.
the eyesight of a cat. We know we don't have the scent of smell of a
no
dog.
doubt.
I have no idea what this, smell scent.
I will
of-
say for elephants, for the first year and a half of their life, they have no idea what to do with their trunk. They don't know how to use it as a tool. They don't know how to use it as. So a lot of times you will see baby elephants doing the helicopter because they just think it's a toy.
There you go.
And that cracks me up.
I agree.
Elephants are, I have 3 favorite animals in this world other than dogs. Dogs always are going
Gotta
to
be.
take the least. And that's because we can live with them, we can sleep with
And
them.
I know
Yeah.
for you, cats are a close second, but go ahead.
Hell no.
I've got pictures to prove otherwise.
You're wrong. So, elephants, giraffes, and I love freaking octopus.
Nice.
Um,
Why
But-
octopus?
because they're so smart. They're
Okay.
so alien. the bonus story a couple of weeks ago was about octopi who had created a whole organization, and excuse me, several scientists believe that if humans were to become extinct, that the next creature up for civilization is an octopus.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, because it has the ability to think. It has the ability to. There are several octopus that have been videoed that will freaking hit fish, not because of any reasons except F those fish. I'm serious. They just pop them with a tentacle.
Just playing with them.
Yeah. And it's just amazing. I love those. But hey, we're 15 minutes in the show. Let's get this going. We got a quick one tonight. We're going to talk about paranormal paintings. And then we're going to get into some fun stuff. I'm excited.
Very fun stuff.
So let's do
Absolutely.
this.
Haunted paintings. We've done an episode on
Ooh.
cursed objects,
Yeah.
haunted houses, even people that were haunted. Go ahead.
I was going to say, do you know the movie that celebrates the most haunted of paintings?
No.
You
I
will
do not.
not be able to ever show your face in public if you get this wrong.
I'm getting it wrong because I don't know.
Okay, well, maybe not. It's not a great movie, but Ghostbusters, the Ra's al Ghul, not Ra's al Ghul, that's Batman. The painting of the the big dude who, and it was Ghostbusters 2, actually.
Gotcha.
Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
But yeah, we've covered cursed objects, haunted houses, people that were haunted. But what about art itself? Can it excuse me. Maybe I'm haunted. Maybe I'm not supposed to cover this subject.
Maybe it's the ghost trying to prevent you from covering the thing.
Could be. But can a canvas hold more than just pigment and visions, dreams? Can it trap a spirit? Can it cast a shadow of misfortune? Tonight we're looking at haunted canvas, paintings that are said to be cursed. Question for you. Have you ever looked at a painting and thought somehow it was just kind of staring back at you?
Ooh.
Some paintings have earned reputations not just for what they depict, but for what happens around them. Take the infamous The Hands Resist Him. It was painted by Bill Stoneham in 1972. On the surface, it's already pretty creepy. It's a young boy, a lifeless looking doll. They're standing in front of a glass door, behind which ghostly hands are pressing up against the pane. But it's the backstory that gets people. The painting was found on eBay in the early 2000s, and in the description, it claimed that the figures moved at night. Sometimes it said the figures even exited the frame entirely. People who viewed the listing often said they felt ill, anxious, even cursed. The painting ended up selling quickly, and it remains in a private collection today, reportedly locked away, just in case. Then there's The Crying Boy, or should I say dozens of them actually. It was a series. They were mass-produced prints of this painting by the Italian artist Bruno Amidia that were widely distributed in the UK during the 1980s. The legend stated that while the painting itself was often found undamaged, any home that it was in would inevitably and inexplicably suffer a fire. Over 50 such fires were reported. Firefighters claiming that the only thing left intact among all the ashes would be the unburned weeping child's portrait. Was it cheap varnish, an electrical fault? Or did the artist allege tormented soul or the children's sorrow somehow imbue these images with a cursed energy, triggering fiery chaos? Now, the fear was so pervasive that communities often held mass bonfires, destroying the prints, hoping to break the curse. Let's not forget the portrait of Bernardo de Galvez, which hangs in the Galvez Hotel in Galveston, Texas. Guests claim that the eyes follow you. Electronics near it often malfunction. They say that you have to ask the painting's permission before you take a photo.
What?
If you don't, supposedly those who ignore this courtesy end up with blurry, distorted, or even pictures with mysterious shadows, sometimes even unlucky streaks for the owners that took the pictures. Whether it's a clever legend, a confirmation bias, or something more, these stories remind us sometimes that a painting doesn't just reflect life. Sometimes it actually alters it. Steve, I think you've got some more examples for us.
Well, I do. Um, are you all right?
No, but I hope it will be.
I do have a couple of more. What about the painting "Man Proposes, God Disposes"? An 1864 oil on canvas work by Sir Edwin Landseer. Now, this particular picture um, is housed at the Royal Holloway in the University of London, where the painting hangs. Students actually believe it's cursed. Legend says that anyone that sits near the painting or any of its copies will fail exams or worse. The painting is traditionally covered with a Union Jack during test season to ward off bad luck. What about that? Isn't that crazy?
Very crazy.
It's produced enough bad results that the student body and the professors cover it with a flag while testing so that the students aren't upset with it. Pretty insane,
It takes a lot to get to that point, right?
right? You would
do
think.
that. Yeah, you don't normally do things like that.
No. First of all, Union Jack's your flag if you're an Englishman. You're not just going to
Absolutely.
willy-nilly put that out. How about the portrait of the Rain Woman, Jerry?
Okay.
Also known as the Woman of Rain, is hauntingly painted by a Ukrainian artist, Savlanta Telet. And what makes it famous isn't the fact that it's surreal in style, but the eerie lore that surrounds it. So the painting's appearance features a woman with elongated features dressed in black standing in the rain. She wears a wide-brimmed hat that dominates the entire frame of the picture, and her expression is solemn. Her eyes often described as white or vacant. Unfortunately, that white or vacant is part of the problem. Multiple buyers have returned the painting, citing disturbing experiences once they brought it in their home. Sleeplessness, nightmares, the feeling of being watched, apparitions, and shadowy figures moving throughout their house. Not only that, it increased the amount of conflict within the household. One buyer even offered to pay half the price just to get rid of it. A Ukrainian priest commented that the painting was soulful, but does not come from God, suggesting something unclean may have influenced its creation. These are paintings.
I know.
It's insane, right?
Very much so. Very much so.
There's also the portrait of Henrietta Nelson. And this particular portrait is kind of scary because it's said to be not only a scary picture, but it is said to be haunted by the subject spirit. The young lady had volunteered to be the model for the painting, and when she passed, her spirit, came into the picture. Her face reportedly changes shape, and her ghost follows the painting wherever it goes. If it's sold here, all of a sudden they start getting hauntings here. When it's returned, the hauntings return to the place of the origin of the home. Crazy, crazy, crazy that these things attach themselves to paintings.
Very much so. I would absolutely agree. Well, now let's go from looking at cursed paintings to some themes, haunting themes. This isn't something that's new. Artists throughout history have looked beyond the veil. They've depicted ghosts, spirits, unexplained phenomena, long before the term paranormal even existed. In ancient cultures, art often served as a gateway to the spiritual world. Egyptian tomb paintings, for example, often featured the Ka, a spirit double of the deceased. These weren't just decorative, these were functional. These are meant to guide the soul to and through the afterlife.
Ugh.
In medieval Europe, the dance macabre or dance of death became a popular theme. Skeletons dancing alongside kings and peasants alike. It wasn't just macabre, it was a commentary on mortality, the afterlife, and how death spared no one. But there's a spooky realism to some of these works, as if death itself had posed for the artist. Fast forward to the Romantic era, and you'll find paintings like Fusela's The Nightmare, a woman sprawled on a bed with a demonic figure perched on her chest. This haunting image is often linked to sleep paralysis and night terrors, phenomena still discussed in paranormal circles today. In modern times, artists like Belinsky use nightmare logic to depict bleak, otherworldly realms, figures melting into bone, skies ablaze with distortion. He refused interpretation, insisting that he painted only what he saw in his dreams. Some speculate that he channeled something darker than the subconscious. More recently, paranormal themes have shown up in surrealism, horror art, and outsider art, often reflecting personal hauntings, obsessions, or spiritual experiences. Whether inspired by ghost stories or inner demons, these works remind us that the paranormal isn't just a subject, it's a lens through which we see the world. So, I'll leave you with a final question. Is paranormal art merely the expression of belief, or can it be an invitation, a mirror, to dimensions just beyond our reach?
Ooh. I tell you, I think it is one more area that good and or bad will use humans to get to other humans.
Sure.
That's what
Totally
I
agree
think.
with that.
If you are talented, if you're a talented singer, the good and or the bad will use that to get you and to influence other people to agree with whatever it is that you're promoting. If you're an artist, same. If you're a writer, same. If you are a everyday dude who works really hard, same.
Yep.
There is a constant struggle between good and evil in this world, on a spiritual realm, in a realm that we don't see, in a realm that we do see. There's so many stuff. A couple of weeks ago now, there was a attack on a couple coming out of a jazz concert that had to have been spiritual. It doesn't necessarily, and I'm not there. There's all kind of speculation. It was this or was that. It was evil, is what it was.
Yep.
Period. Regardless of anything. So I think that's I wish I was talented. I've actually sold paintings. And very proud of that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And obviously I haven't painted in a while. It's been very hectic since as gosh, in all real time, I haven't really painted since before I had cancer. Just haven't had time. I have all the stuff. You see
Yep.
that it's right here in the current studio. I love painting. I'm not very good at it, but people, there's been people that have appreciated what I've done and been willing to pay for it. Hey, all right, great.
Very nice.
But there are people out there way more talented than me, but I think it's no different than anything else. If you are obsessed, if you have been taken over, if you have a good, overwhelmingly good, or an overwhelmingly bad spirit upon you, I think that means something. It's just one more way of something attacking and or lifting you up.
Sure.
What do you think?
I agree. Totally.
I'm going to give this topic a big thumbs up. Now, I know we have very limited data about it, but I think that it goes far beyond paintings, pictures, music, TV, movies. All of this stuff has a definite, could potentially have a definite vibe about it,
I agree.
good or bad.
I agree.
Thumbs
Cool.
up for me.
I want to give it a thumbs down because I looked through it through a much more narrow lens. We're calling this paranormal paintings. I agree with your description. It could apply to a ton of other things. And if you want to include those, it would probably and likely change my vote. Looking at paranormal paintings and the paranormal paintings that you and I talked about, I didn't see enough evidence of enough bad things, enough people making uh, similar claims to justify it. So, based on that limited amount of data, I would say it's probably got enough coverage as is. Thumbs down.
Probably right. Who knows? What I do know is this is a bonus episode. Very short on the paranormal paintings. It was something we needed to cover, and I appreciate our listener feedback. Who most of our shows comes from some sort of listener feedback.
Sure.
So
And we love
if
those.
if you have an idea for a show and you want to hear us talk about something,
Let us know.
go to our website, Newsworthy with StephenJerry.com.
Yep.
I always want to add something there, but I don't
That's it.
have to anymore.
That's it.
It's Newsworthy with StephenJerry.com. There's a contact us button. Reach out to us. Let us know what you want to talk about. Aliens, Bigfoot, spaceships. There are people in the world today that believe that we have seen a spaceship heading toward Earth. I saw it on a video. It has to be true. Check us out. Let us know if you want us to talk about things. Just go to the website, newsworthywithstephenjerry.com. Now, let's get to some other
interesting
stuff.
bonus story.
A
that you
very
teased us with. What is that?
interesting extended bonus story.
There you go.
Today, we are currently traveling to Hocking Hills, Ohio.
That we are.
We are going to the Hocking Hills Bigfoot Festival. It is a 4-day. It started as a 2-day. It went to 3 days, and now it is a 4-day huge Bigfoot festival that we have been invited for our second year to be a part of, and I am super stoked. What do you think, Jerry?
Absolutely. We are proud and honored to be invited back, and we are going to be there with bells on. And yeah, it starts tomorrow on Thursday, and it's going to be a lot of fun. If you're anywhere in the area, MacArthur, Ohio, which is what, 20, 25, 30 miles
Columbus.
southeast of Columbus,
Yeah.
Ohio, to put that in perspective if you're not familiar with the area. From central Kentucky, you basically go to Ohio, get on the outer loop, go around to the east side, and come down.
Listen, they have some of the greatest speakers. It's unbelievable the amount of speakers and guests that are going to
If
be.
you're into cryptid, you know a ton of these people.
Absolutely. If you are into cryptids, if you've heard of Jim Boardwine, Dave Canterbury, Tony Edwards is going to be there. Cliff Barackman, Turtle Man is going to be there. Wild Bill, Thom Powell is going to be there. Steve Coles is going to be there. Cryptids of the Corn will be there. That's another podcast. We are going to be there. Come see us. We'd love to talk to you. If you listen to our podcast all the day, all the time, or ever just once, and you come by, let us know. Brett Taylor will be there. It's going to be an amazing show. They're at the, what is it, the fairgrounds? What are those called, Jerry?
The name of the fairgrounds?
Yeah.
It's the Vinton County Fairgrounds
Vinton
in
County
MacArthur,
Fairgrounds.
Ohio. Not only do they have a ton of interesting people, speakers at the event, they also have a ton of interesting events. Some of those are.
Dude, you don't want to miss these events. It's
very
going to
true.
be freaking awesome.
They've got a Squatch and Seek. Their description is be your own investigator, squatching for clues during the event, each day for prizes for all you Squatchy seekers. There's a Squatchy Oak. If you like to sing, they're going to have a singing show. Yes,
You're going to join that, right?
of course. Have you heard me sing?
I'm holding you to that now. You just said it in front of all of our
I
fans.
said I'll be singing to you.
No,
I'm not
you
singing to this
don't need
group.
to sing to me. You need to sing to everybody.
No, I don't think so. Not quite that. You know what? I'll do it if you will. My
No.
voice is no worse than yours, so
No.
smart decision on both their parts, I would say. If you happen to have a four-wheeler, they have a all-terrain show, and which is a four-wheeler mud run type event. They have a Bigfoot beard competition. Unfortunately, Steve nor I think that our inch and a half inch, I should say, to 1 inch beards qualify to come into any serious competition with a Bigfoot beard competition, but they will have one.
I bet Brett's back here. If he shows up
Well,
for
there
that,
you go.
he could probably get in on that.
Mr. Brett, if you heard that, show up with your back hair braided. They're going to have a Bigfoot howling contest. If you got a good Bigfoot squatch call,
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
there you go. There's going to be a Bigfoot walk, a walk like squatch contest, which I actually saw last year. We stay usually pretty busy at this event. I forget how many interviews we did, but I did get away long enough to go watch the walk like squatch. It was so fun. The adults were, the kids were so much fun. I think it was 12 and under event that they had for kids. That was absolutely a ton of fun. That is just a few of the events that they have. There's a bunch more. If you go to their website, which is HawkingHillsBigfoot.com, if you forget that, if you can just remember Hawking Hills Bigfoot, if you search that, it'll bring it up.
There is one significant change by them moving to the fairgrounds as opposed to being downtown. Downtown completely free, but
Everything
you
was
may
free.
have had to park a mile and a half
Yes.
to 2 miles and
Long.
walk to
And
the event.
many people were parking a long way.
Yeah. You will have to pay a $10 per vehicle fee to
Per
park
vehicle, not
at
per
the fan,
person.
but
You
you
got a
can
van, bring
stack
30 of them.
7,000 people in your vehicle,
Yeah.
and it's one fee of $10. So don't let that impede you. Please come on down and check us out. The one thing, Jerry, maybe people don't understand why we are there. We don't sell anything.
Not a single thing.
We don't try to force people to sign up to get their house evaluated. Why are we there, Jerry? Why are
Well,
we going to this
know-
Bigfoot
We know
Festival?
that a lot of people who attend an event like this, the people that are interested, is more than because they saw a movie or they heard a story from a friend. That's the case for some. Several of the people there actually have encounters. They have had an encounter with something. We know that many of those people are more than willing to share their story as long as they feel that they can do it in a safe environment. That's exactly what we offer. We offer an opportunity for people to tell their encounter stories, and it could be a cryptid encounter, it could be a ghost encounter, alien, any of that, because that's what we cover on our show. But we offer people an opportunity to tell their story, to get the word out. They can be anonymous if they wish. We ask them to give us a name to call you. It can be John Doe. We don't care. And that's all we're doing. We're allowing people a chance to tell their story.
Yeah, and to me, I think that's huge.
It is.
When we did the Bigfoot Festival in Stanton, Kentucky, several weeks ago,
Right.
we were interviewed by the news, and I think it was said perfectly. Beyond being scripted, that people feel like they are within friends when they come to these festivals. Because a lot of times, if you talk about Bigfoot or an alien adventure, you saw a craft that you can't describe hovering above your house. You can't say that in just any environment. And in this
Without
one, you
being
can't.
made fun of or being
Right.
ridiculed.
And we give you that opportunity to come out and just be honest, and we just get to put the proof out there and let it rest where it lay. But we absolutely, last year's Bigfoot Festival for us was our inaugural
Event.
very first event.
It was.
And thank you to Be Outdoors for allowing us to participate in that. Not having a clue what we did or we're doing, Easton Hawk Illustrations was a godsend to
They were.
us.
They really were.
The Shamrock Bar and Grill was a godsend to us.
We'll be going back to eat at this year.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait for a burger, dude, for real.
Absolutely.
But we met great friends that we will cherish for the rest of our lives.
Absolutely.
And that's why we're back. We're going to be back as long as we're doing the program, as long as B will have us.
Totally agree.
But I think it's a great opportunity. If you have a story and you're in Central Kentucky and you want that shared with the world, come see us at the Hocking Hills Bigfoot Festival. We're going to have a booth. We'll have a big banner without Brett's name on it. It's going to be there. You'll know it's us.
Steve mentioned if you're in Central Kentucky.
I'm
but
sorry,
also
Central
applies if you're-
Ohio.
Yeah, if you're in Central Ohio, it's really
Right.
easy. If you're in Central Eastern Indiana, if you're in anywhere Lexington, Kentucky, or north, it's still relatively
Very easy
to come
There's
up
going to
to
be
it.
food trucks. There's going to be
Tons of
people,
food trucks.
celebrities. This is not going to be a bad time. You can't find a better, more fun time. And pick your day or come all 4 days.
August 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Yeah, we're going to be there the entire time. I'm excited. Man, I'm excited. Make sure if you see B walking around, she will be the person who has lost her mind and her head is spinning around as she's trying to figure things out.
Organized.
Just say thanks. We appreciate you because we absolutely appreciate her very much. The one thing you didn't mention, and I don't know that it's sold out yet. It usually sells out way in advance. Is the VIP dinner.
I think I read that it was. I'll try to find out if you can cover something else
sure.
about it for a
The
second.
VIP dinner is on Friday, 8 to 25. It's $45 a guest, but you get an exclusive meet and greet with all of the guests that are going to be there. What a great opportunity to get to talk to those with a very, very not in the public environment where you have a few moments and you are in a more intimate setting. It's amazing. They do this whole program and the whole show is done very well. So I'm excited, dude. I'm stoked for this event. And I just want to throw out an early plug to the UC Bigfoot Festival down in Crossville, Tennessee.
That's right.
We're going to be down there in October, and it's going to be really nice. Now, that's a one-day event. There's a small cover charge to get in, but it's going to be awesome. I'm excited for that as well.
By the way, the VIP dinner is still available. You're right.
Oh, wow.
It normally does sell out.
It'll be sold out before next week. So if you want
That's right.
tickets, you got to get tickets right now.
You told them that it's Friday,
Oh, yeah.
correct? It's
Yeah.
Friday, 5 p.m. So, yeah.
So if you're hearing this today, check it. But if you see a ticket, you got to get it right now.
Quickly. Yes.
These things sell out amazing. And the food is amazing from what I understand. We've not been blessed to get in there. Maybe next year we'll be invited to come in and be guest speakers. What do you think, Jerry?
Hopefully so.
I don't know what we could talk about, but we could do it.
If nothing else, I'll plug you. Maybe we can get you invited as a guest singer.
No. They want people to come, not to people to scurry and
Sorry. And leave.
In sadness. Yeah.
Guess I missed the concept there.
Well, Jerry, this has been a great episode, man. There is no bonus story tonight.
That was the
Except
bonus story.
that was the bonus story. I tell you what, I do want to talk about for a
Okay.
second, if you don't mind.
Sure.
One of our sponsors that we don't talk about enough is Smoking Gun Jerky of Lincoln, Nebraska. These guys are a small mom and pop beef jerky company in Nebraska that reached out to us. We've tried about 10 of their flavors, 12 of their flavors.
We've yet to find one we didn't like.
There's not one we didn't like. The quality of this jerky is off the chain.
Which you can tell just by looking at it.
Yeah.
You really can. It's high quality meat. They're not taking some leftover run of the mill scrap and trying to make jerky out of it. It's high quality beef, and you can tell it from the very beginning.
Yeah. And, we've ordered lots of their jerky. We've gotten lots of their jerky. It's delicious. I've also ordered some of their spices. You can buy their jerky. You can buy spices. You can buy everything you need to make your own jerky at home besides the beef on this website.
Right.
Not only that, they have elk jerky, bison jerky. Did I say salmon jerky? Is that right?
I think so. I'm not
Yeah.
positive, but I think I remember seeing that.
Which is weird to me, but
There are
whatever.
a ton of varieties.
Yeah, 50 plus varieties of jerky. I have had the high velocity seasoning. I use it on my burgers. Delicious. Just phenomenal. I don't know who packages that for them, but
If
it is.
they would start to say if they would like to try it out, they can get a discount, right?
Absolutely. You go whatever you order on smokinggunjerky.com. Use the code cryptid10, get a 10% discount on everything that you order. So the more you order, the bigger your discount. It's locally owned. Here's the thing that I like. the big thing. You know, we talk about quality. Every bit of the beef that they use is locally sourced right there in Lincoln, Nebraska. Can't
I
be
like that.
better than that. If
At
you're
least-
ever in Lincoln, Nebraska, stop into their shop. They have a storefront. You can
Yep.
go walk right in and buy whatever you want. And if you use the code Cryptid10, your discount still applies.
There as well. Good deal.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited. We will see you next week when we come back. I think our very next episode when we get back from there is we have an amazing interview scheduled on
Yes, we do.
Encounters. I'm stoked. Can't wait to talk to Angie. And you'll hear more about that on Encounters. We'll see you next week after the wonderful Hocking Hills Bigfoot Festival in where's MacArthur, Ohio this year. I keep
Yes.
wanting to say Logan, but it's actually in
Just south of that,
MacArthur.
at the
Yeah,
Benton
just
County Fairgrounds in MacArthur, Ohio.
We'll see you there. Today's episode brought to you by our great sponsors, Ed Locke at USA Mortgage and Smoking Gun Jerky of Lincoln, Nebraska. Use code Cryptid10 for a great discount. And Jerry, if you can't see the light,
Be the light.